Exercise 11. Apply slide transitions and view a slideshow. Part of the PowerPoint 2007 exam prep guide brought to you by Shiftkey Solutions. In this exercise, we'll be looking at viewing a slideshow, applying slide transitions, and also using our annotations during a slideshow. So, let's begin. The first thing we want to do is come to our Animations tab. And then if we look, we can see that we have a Transitions to this slide group. And in the top here, we have a gallery. We're going to click the More button of this gallery to display all of the available transitions. If we cursor over any one of these, it'll give us a live preview in the background. I'll encourage you to explore all of the available transitions to give you an idea of how these transitions will look during your slideshow presentation. The one we're going to look for is the box out transition. And here it is. Our screen tip tells us that this is the box out transition, so I'm going to click this to apply it. I'm going to come over to the transition speed and change it from medium to fast. And as I click fast, I'll see a live preview in the background. And I see that moves rather quickly, so I'm going to change it back to medium. And that's that transition I like to apply. From here, I want to make sure that the advanced slide section has on mouse click applied. From there, now that I've applied all of the settings I like, I'm going to click the Apply to All button. That applies this slide transition to all the slides in my slide deck. Next, on the Slideshow tab, I'm going to come over to the Start Slideshow group and click From Beginning. And my slideshow begins. From here, I can navigate from one slide to the next by pressing my space bar or my Enter key or just clicking my mouse. So I'm going to press my space bar. It moves me to my next slide, which is slide 2. I'll press my space bar again. It'll move me to slide 3. Now, during my slideshow, if I want to go back one slide, I can use my arrow keys on my keyboard and press my up arrow. It'll move me back to slide 2. Now, again, if I want to move to slide 3, which is my next slide, I can press my space bar or I can use my arrow key down. And here we are on slide 3. From here, during my presentation, I want to accentuate a certain part of this slideshow. So I want to use an annotation. So the way I bring up my annotations, I'm going to right click on my screen, come to pointer options, and I have some choices here. I use a ballpoint pen, a felt tip pen, or a highlighter. Let's use a highlighter for this example. When I click that, it changes my cursor to a yellow bar, as I can see, and I can highlight certain things. For example, I'll highlight outstanding. I'll click and drag, it highlights it. Maybe click and drag the top part, highlights it. So I've highlighted that area. Now I can change this. I'm going to right click again on my screen, go to my pointer options and choose felt tip pen. That'll change my cursor to this little red dot. From there, I'm going to come up to my choose us and circle it. So if I circle this, it applies that annotation. From here, I'm going to just press my space bar to continue through my presentation. And when I get to the last slide, I'll press my space bar again, and it takes me to a blank screen. Now I'll press my space bar one more time, and I get a dialog box that appears asking me, do you want to keep your ink annotations? I'm going to click Keep, and it keeps those annotations for my slide. As you can see here on slide 3, I'm in normal view right now. So those annotations are kept, which are nice, so that after a presentation that I've given with my audience, I've made my annotations, and now I can print this out and hand it out as a takeaway for my audience. From here, I'm going to click my Save button in my Quick Access toolbar. It saves my work. And that concludes Exercise 11, Apply Slide Transitions and View a Slideshow. Next will be Exercise 12, Insert Headers and Footers, Print Presentation Handouts.